Car Crafters, proud supporter of Proview Sports Network.
Are you sure we're supposed to be doing this?
Don't worry, I've watched him do it 1,000 times. Come on, what's the worst that can happen?
No! Bad dog!
Hi, welcome to Car Crafters. What happened?
Don't worry, we'll make it like it never happened.
Car Crafters, it's like it never happened.
Altitude Sports Grill is where Albuquerque's sports fans won't miss a game. With locally crafted brews on tap and refreshingly crisp cocktails. Located in Hotel Cascada, Albuquerque residents find a staycation worth staying for. Catching Lobo sports, enjoying a beer on the beach, or wiping out, Hotel Cascada is home to your urban adventure. Affordable guest rooms, no hassle water park parties, and much more.
Garden Sort's Team Sales is a proud supporter of Proview Sports Network.
Get into the game. Garden Schwartz Team Sales features fine products and apparel from Wilson, Schutt Sports, Speedline, and Russell Athletics. We offer custom embroidery and screen printing services for all of your school or club needs, from team uniforms to school letter jackets. Specializing in all sports and serving all communities, from big schools to small schools, from up north to down south, or all points in between. Garden Schwartz Team Sales. For great prices, friendly staff, and quality products, call Garden Schwartz Team Sales today at 1-800-880-7767. That's 1-800-880-7767. Since 1939, Garden Schwartz Team Sales is a proud supporter of New Mexico youth athletics.
Hoops New Mexico basketball courts is coming to Albuquerque soon. 10 full basketball courts and a whole lot more. For more information, contact Dan Serrano at hoopsnm@aybl.com.
Don't forget, every Proview Network sporting event is on sale at our DVD store. Go to www.proviewnetworks.com to buy your DVD today.
And welcome to Red Menace TV on this summery afternoon.
You okay?
Yeah, it's hot. You don't think it's hot outside? Yeah. I mean, it's like New Mexico warming, global warming, you know?
If that's the best you can do with your hair, I'd keep the hat on.
Well, I haven't got my hair cut yet, but the hat's good. I'll tell you what, all the women dig the hat. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, no, but I mean, I'd keep it on my head.
Yeah, well, you know, it's
to cover up.
Like I said, it's what, we're in June and it's 100 degrees every day. I guess we should be grateful we don't live in Phoenix where it's 115. Yeah. Can't even fly out to Phoenix, but it has been pretty warm the past couple of days, and a couple of stories coming out. Obviously, Lobos, the University of New Mexico is trying to make the pit great again. Drop some prices. We'll talk a little bit about that a little bit later. They also dropped some prices for the football dream style stadium, I guess we should call it, start calling it now. Now, as I understand it, ticket sales are up. I don't know if that's due to the fact that the Lobos won the New Mexico Bowl.
For football?
Yeah.
Okay, well, they should be up.
Yeah, well, yeah, I agree. I mean, we're at the point now where Rocky was. I mean, you played the New Mexico Bowl the first year, you lost it, played the second time, you won. Bob Davie did the same thing. Now, Rocky had a couple more bowl games.
Yeah, I'd say, let's be honest, not really.
Well, I mean, it's pretty close. I'm just talking about victory in bowl games and perceptions. Sure. I think the perception is Bob Davie has created a program here.
Oh, and that I'm with you on,
and,
for sure.
And maybe it's not quite where Rocky quite had it, but it's getting close, and I don't understand why we only have still 18,000 people in the stadium, if that.
That I am 100% with you on. The program is good. It's legit.
Yeah.
8 wins 2 years ago, 9 wins and a bowl victory last year. Tied for the Mountain Division title. Yeah, now's the time to get on board. Right, now's the time to get on board with Lobo football.
I would think so, and so the move also, it was announced, and we'll talk about this a little bit later. I just wanted to bring it up, but the move announced was that they're going to drop the prices, some of the prices in the luxury suites up top for the in the pit or Dream Style Arena, the pit. I don't know what the official title is going to be yet. I don't think they've said that. I like Dream Style Arena. I don't know. What do you think?
No, I'm fine with it.
I kind of like that. I mean, it'll always be the pit because it's New Mexico. It's the pit. But I kind of like the Dream Style Arena. It kind of flows. You know, maybe it's the Freddy Krueger Dream Warriors. You remember that? Are you old enough to remember that?
Oh, yeah. No, I remember that.
All right, anyway, so they're dropping prices there. We already heard, well, it's been about a month now that they're dropping prices in the lower bowl, but now they're dropping prices in the what was formerly the mezzanine to try to get people there. And Lobo Bites. Yeah, how exciting. Okay, I'll never be up there, so I guess, and you're neither, because every time they show Lobos on TV, you're courtside with a big smiley face. Why are you so happy there at courtside? Just because you're at courtside? At the world famous pit?
What's not to be happy about?
Or you're just like, they're going to be on TV, I better have a big smile on my face?
Because one time I got caught on TV rolling my eyes.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and it was after a loss. So
oh,
all right, got to be cognizant of that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome. I've had pictures. I think there was a picture in the Albuquerque Tribune many years ago.
Oh wow, going way back. Yeah.
Yeah, when the Lobos lost that first bowl game. And we were in the Red Menace section down there, and I mean, we were just, all of us were like, oh. And after that, it's I get what you're saying. That's funny though.
Yeah.
Rolling the eyes. Well, do you remember the game? Do you remember what was going on?
I don't remember. Well, I know they lost.
Yeah. Did you roll your eyes last year versus Nevada?
No, I smiled the whole time because I knew.
You they were going to stand at one time.
No, and to be honest, no. And actually, for that game, I got caught on TV with that one too. It was just like this, oh my God, what just happened look.
Yeah. And well, football, you don't have to worry about that because you're kind of hidden away and up top, right?
Correct.
What's the view like up there?
Oh, it's perfect.
Do you get to see everything? Or are the players small and get to see the fans? And
oh, you get to see everything, but no, it's a beautiful view.
Or empty seats last year?
It's the same view the suites are up there.
Yeah?
Same level.
I've never been up there, so I don't know. I tend to hang out with the people.
The people?
The people.
There are people up there too.
I know, but they're different kind of people. I'm just the people.
They have better hats up there.
No, they do not. I can guarantee you they do not have better hats.
They absolutely
Hey, a couple of other things that happened this weekend. Yeah. DWO had their, what was it called again? Yeah, that's what I say too. Okay, anyway, they had their matches this weekend, and it was great.
The 3 Shades of Fate.
3 Shades of Fate. I like that. A couple of good matches, some really good matches at the end there. Hobo Hank, I think triple match, Hobo Hank, Johnny K, and
Chad Thomas.
Chad Thomas comes out as a champion with some controversy, I should say.
There's always controversy.
There's always controversy. It's wrestling. But I thought that was a good matches.
Yeah,
Saturday
great time
night.
out at the Westside Community Center.
And then Holly Holm regained her winning ways with a head kick to, who did she fight?
Betch Kohea.
Yeah, that's what I wanted you to say. I couldn't pronounce that. I didn't remember anyway. But I think that was that's the Holly Holm that it's the same kick that she took out Ronda Rousey with, right?
Very similar, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. And that was the fight style that she had at the same time. Just Betch decided to mix it up and talk a little smack. Probably not a good idea.
Don't talk smack to Holly.
Yeah.
You will get a kick to the head.
Yeah, it's probably better just to go out and try to beat her. And you know, she'd. And I know we're going to have Mike on in a little bit, but I wanted to ask you this because I know that you follow the MMA game very closely as well. First thing I asked both of you this afternoon was, and I know I asked it last week too, was this girl a tomato can? Was she going to be an easy victory to kind of get Holly Holm back on the winning track as she had suffered 3 defeats in a row?
She was not. Now, I thought it was a good matchup for Holly, but no. Betch Kohea was a very good fighter. She fought Rousey, much like a lot of people who fought Ronda Rousey. She lost pretty handily, but she's a good fighter.
She's a quality fighter.
Oh, absolutely.
This is quality victory for Holly.
Oh, no,
I mean, not just.
No doubt.
I mean, I'm just. You know what I'm talking about? Just like we kind of got to get the confidence thing going back. Because.
Yeah,
do you think it was shaken?
Do
you think she was shaken before this fight at all? I mean,
shaken?
Yeah, kind of. Well, you lost 3 in a row. You know, things.
Yeah,
I mean, you're starting. How old is Holly? Do we know? Do you know?
Early mid-30s.
Okay, so what is that in like MMA age? Is that? I mean, that's almost starting to get to Bellator time.
Not really.
Not quite. You gotta wait till you're in your 50s for that.
Well, no. Look. Okay. First of all, and I hate infringing on Micah's territory here, but every fighter's different. And Holly, being a boxer for so much of her career, has not had the punishment as, say, a fighter her age who had been fighting in MMA for 15 years. So there's that. You bring up she had lost 3 in a row, and that's true, but you have to look at the losses too. And the manner in which she lost it. After she beat Rousey, she lost her title to Miesha Tate, a fight she was leading going into the final round. All she had to do was get out of the round. Miesha was able to catch her in a rear naked choke and choke her out. The fight after that was the Valentina Shevchenko fight. A fight she broke her hand early on in.
Yeah.
And then the other fight, the Jermaine Durandamy fight for the 145-pound title, fight a lot of people thought she won. Fight she also took a couple of shots at the end of 2 different rounds after the bell rang.
That's true.
Punches that probably shouldn't have been allowed. So, yeah, she was on a losing streak, and you never want to be on a losing streak.
No.
But it's not like she was going out and getting her butt kicked or something.
Does this put her in line once again for a title shot, or?
It puts her right back up there in both categories, both the 135 and the 145-pound titles.
Awesome.
Right back in there.
Well, I'll tell you what, we have infringed on Micah's section.
He's going to come out here and talk about the Lobos now.
Well, that's okay. I mean, you know, maybe they were fighting or something. I don't know. I haven't heard of anything on the practice field.
I'm just saying, it's just to get back at us.
Just to get back
he
at
would
us?
infringe in your territory.
Speaking of fighting, and I know this has nothing to do with anything, but I noticed on Netflix they're bringing some show back, Glow. Remember Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling? Is it like a documentary on that? Is that what it is? Or?
No, it's.
They're not going to do matches again, are they?
Well, it's a TV show.
Okay.
But yeah, it's based on.
So is it a reality show sort of deal, or they're just kind of?
No.
Oh, okay.
Really.
I guess that's what I was asking. Yeah. It's not like what is it? What NXT originally was? What was that?
Oh, Tough Enough.
It wasn't. Yeah. It's not like Tough Enough or something like that. Okay. I wasn't sure, but I remember seeing that, and I thought maybe they can get guys out there with the big gloves and stuff. And hey, speaking of the Lobos, it's a great week. Nobody's transferred this week, have they?
Well, it's only Wednesday as we tape the show, so you've got the rest of today and then Thursday and Friday.
And like I said, we'll come back. We'll let Micah do his thing because we kind of jumped on his. But one thing that we should probably talk about is Paul Weir going to coach Team Canada.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting to do it in a new time like this. Must have some real confidence in his assistant coaches and the timing.
What's that about?
Did you say what?
What's that about?
Oh, a boot. I thought you were doing the Das Boot.
No, I said, what's that a boot? Because, in Canada, that's how
I got you. Tell you what, we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back with Michael Frankel at CageMinds.com to talk some MMA, maybe even some UFC and some Bellator as well.
Well, lots of stuff with Micah.
All right. We'll be back right after this.
Taking all of them for both tablets. 100, but he was at Star Brothers before the contest. A deflection. Yep. There's Goss and Pavlin. Lawrence wants to make that run. Oh, there's the goal. Good look here. Luke, yes, Lawrence slots it in. Took it away nicely. Oh, what a nutmeg there. Here comes Lawrence on a run. He's got a lot of options. He's going to take the shot.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, hashtag life change will occur.
The Barley Brew, a proud sponsor of Proview Networks for over 9 years, is pleased to introduce Black Iron Catering. From weddings and family reunions to birthdays and office parties, Black Iron Catering is perfect for any event. Contact Jamie at 505-459-8259 and book your event today. Black Iron Catering. Let us bring our kitchen to you.
Visit the Frontier Restaurant. Due to heavy construction on Central, take lead or coal coming north or south. The Frontier Restaurant. Get your Frontier fix on.
I am never getting married. Never. Guaranteed. You picked a beautiful ring.
Thank you. We're never having kids.
I love it here.
We are never moving to the suburbs. We are never getting one of those. We're never having another kid.
I'm pregnant.
I'm never letting go.
For all the nevers in life, talk to State Farm agent Michelle Rudolph or Marty Size in Albuquerque.
Hey Lobo fans, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Samantha.
Jaguar Land Rover Albuquerque has been a family-owned business since 1988. The 2017 Jaguar F-Pace has been named the winner of the 2017 World Car of the Year and World Car Design of the Year.
Land Rover's signature terrain response system is flawless against any curveball New Mexico weather can throw at you.
We have a class-leading extended warranty on all Jags and Land Rovers and one of the greatest pre-owned inventories in the state of New Mexico.
Call 505-797-3600 to schedule a test drive.
Sure, you could get him a new car. You could also light a pile of money on fire. So maintaining this old car is your best option. Keep it running longer, stronger, with quality parts and a whole lot of Napa know-how.
Welcome to the place where we talk about people getting punched in the face. This is Caged Minds. I'm Micah Frankel. As always, it was a busy weekend in the world of mixed martial arts. The UFC had most of us up early for UFC Fight Night in Singapore, talking about like I got a 3-hour nap Friday to Saturday to get up early to watch what turned out to be some really spectacular prelims, a lot of finishes. You had Walt Harris, who can Jekyll and Hyde, coming out scoring a big knockout. You had Li Jinling beating up Frank Camacho, testing how much abuse a man really could take, and heart of a champion to make it through 3 rounds. Russell Doan, a big TKO win. You saw Takanori Gomi possibly go out for the last time as Justin Tuck scores a big submission win. And then you also had, for possibly seeing him in the last time in the octagon, Andrei Arlovsky suffer a big decision loss against Marcin Tybura, not being able to get off his back in the first and the third rounds. You had a successful welterweight debut for RDA, and you had Colby Covington with a big upset, taking out number 7 ranked Dong Young Kim, blasting himself right into title contention, which led us up to what we really care about here locally, the main event. Could Holly Holm get off the schneid, stop that losing streak, get back to her winning ways? We had hoped she would do it in emphatic fashion, and after 2 boring rounds, Holm found the kick that would be once again heard around the world, faking to the body, bigging the question mark kick up to the head, and then sliding that shin down across the face of Betch Kohea. Betch would land on her bottom. A follow-up punch from Holly would end the night, turn out the lights. A performance of the night bonus for Holly Holm, ending the 3-fight losing streak. If you think back to it, she was a couple minutes away from defending the title against Misha. Who knows how the Valentina Shevchenko fight goes if Holly doesn't break her thumb. And there was some questionable moments in that Jermaine Durand-May fight. Holly Holm stayed to her game plan. She stayed patient. The one unexpected from this fight was that Betch Kohea was able to stay patient up until the 3rd round, up until she started taunting, trying to force something to happen. And in trying to force something to happen, Holly found an opening and made something happen. A huge win. Holm is now really in title contention at 135 and 145 pounds. With close fights in her losses and that injury, and nobody on a real big hot streak. I mean, you had Raquel Pennington capitalize off a huge win in UFC 205 over Miesha Tate, but she hasn't been able to capitalize off of the momentum of that victory due to injury. So Holm puts herself right in contention at 35 following the Nunes Shevchenko fight, and she's also still a major force at 145 pounds. As we know, the division has changed a lot with Jermaine Durand-May being stripped of the title, and now Cyborg fighting Megan Anderson for that vacant belt. With only Anderson and Cyborg in the division, Holly Holm, Kat Zingano are two possibilities for people that may be welcomed into that featherweight division. Only time will tell. So following a 3-fight skid, this is a real big positive for the preacher's daughter. Holly wasn't the only New Mexico fighter with a big fight this weekend. We also had in the boxing ring in Frisco, Texas, the Etrisco Kid, Fidel Maldonado Jr. taking on Pablo Cesar Cano. This fight went to the judges, and Fidel Maldonado put on a technical boxing, a tactician's kind of effort, using his feet to dictate this fight, moving around the heavy hitter Cano, who just didn't seem to have the gas tank to keep up with the Etrisco Kid. Fidel did a really good job of dictating with his jab and finding the opening for the follow-up left hook to the body. His left hook to the head was also landing, and a big deal, Maldonado did get knocked down in the 4th, but was able to get off the canvas and continue with his performance, continue with the pressure he was putting on Cano in winning a decision victory. The judges scored it by a split. One judge didn't know what he was watching. Me and everybody I've talked to fully feel that it was a unanimous decision victory. Congratulations on getting that new green belt and being a WBC title holder to the Etrisco Kid, Fidel Maldonado Jr. Also Saturday night, there was a local event. After UFC Singapore, I took a quick nap and then drove on down to Clovis. Force of One Fighting Championships Will to Win. You can get the results and recap along with, in that recap, we have Christopher Cook photos up at cageminds.com. About a month back or so, we had Chris Rojas on. Chris talked about he was going to have an amateur title fight. We can announce at Will to Win that with the first round TKO, Chris Rojas is the new Force of One Fighting Championships featherweight champion. Survived an off-balance kick, scored a knockdown with a left overhand, and then ground and pound to victory. A big win for Chris. We went down there for the main event, the grudge match. If you kept up with CageMinds.com, you had seen the animosity between Nate Flanders and Omar Acosta. Acosta came out early, using his length with a nice jab follow-up hook, busting up the left eye of Flanders. When Flanders needed it, he found the desperation takedown, controlled the fight on the ground throughout the rest of the first round. In the second round, continued to beat up Acosta, getting the fight to the ground, and eventually having the back close the right eye of Acosta, forcing referee Joe Coca to jump in, referee stoppage in the second round. Photos at Cage Minds Combat Sports News on Facebook, and also Christopher Cook Photographer on Facebook. We got all the results, recaps, some interviews, a lot of stuff to check out from Force of One Fighting Championships Will to Win. This weekend, a ton of action to look forward to. Starting off Friday night, you have LFA 14 on Access TV from the Houston Arena Theater in Houston, Texas. 2 inaugural title fights. First off, you have the co-main event where Little Fury, Roberto Sanchez, undefeated at 6-0 against undefeated the Renegade Jerome Rivera, one of our recent guests. We also have another interview talking about this title fight with Jerome up at CageMinds.com. Two guys that are fast. This is 125-pounders. Both very good with their submission game. What will make the difference? Could it be Rivera's length and where he's taking his striking to the next level? That is the battle for the inaugural flyweight title in the co-main event. The main event has a battle for the middleweight title. That's 185 pounds as two finishers. Brendan Allen 7-1 on a five-fight win streak. 4 consecutive wins by submission, and his most recent by knockout, taking on Eric Anders, a former University of Alabama starting middle linebacker when they won a national title, a freak athlete who also has all of his victories by stoppage. Friday night on Access TV, 2 title fights, an action-packed night of action, not to mention the pro MMA debut of Sage Northcutt's little sister, Kobe Northcutt. That's Access TV. Saturday, you have Bellator, the long-awaited event, Bellator NYC, Bellator 180. Bellator 180 with James Gallagher, Chinzo Machida in the featherweight division. Phil Davis defending the light heavyweight title against Ryan Bader and looking to defend the split decision loss that he had in 2012 to Bader. Then you move up to the pay-per-view where you have Michael Chandler against Brett Primus. Can the 7-0 youngster pull a huge upset and take out Iron Mike? Chandler, feeling confident, feeling focused, proves he's one of the best in the world. Douglas Lima versus Lorenz Larkin, the welterweight title is on the line, 2 knockout artists. You also have Fedor versus Matt Mitrione rescheduled, and the grudge match, Chael Sonnen and Vanderlei Silva, for however long that lasts. Saturday night, Madison Square Garden, pay-per-view and Spike TV. That's Bellator 180, Bellator NYC. That's not it for the weekend, because you also have Sunday. The UFC is in Oklahoma City. The main event, Michael Chiesa, the number 7 ranked lightweight in the division against number 12 ranked Motown Phenom. And these two guys do not like each other. We saw them get into it at the press conference. Lee talked about Chiesa's mama. They got into blows. This one has gotten personal. They're both grapplers that like to get to the back, like to sink in that rear naked choke. Lee is actually a little more active when it comes to his striking, to his aggressive, and fancies himself more the wrestler. With the bad blood, this will make a really fun main event. A co-main event where you have former welterweight champion Johnny Hendricks for the 2nd time at middleweight, taking on a former light heavyweight in Tim Boach. Boach has got to use his pressure. Hendricks has got to use his movement and volume. You also have BJ Penn versus Dennis Seaver. Who knows how that'll turn out? And Tim the Dirty Bird Means against heavy-handed Alex Garcia. A fun night of fights from Oklahoma City on Fox Sports 1 on Sunday. A lot to talk about, or a lot that we went through. Last thing to mention real quick is that the world's biggest spectacle has been officially announced. Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor will meet August 26th at the T-Mobile Arena. There we got the rough stats for you. McGregor is taller, McGregor is longer, McGregor is younger, McGregor is a plus 700 on the betting lines, whereas to make $100, you have to put down $1,100 on Floyd Mayweather. The best chance for McGregor to be successful in this fight is to come out early, to be awkward, and to be ultra aggressive. The longer this fight goes, the more of a rhythm Mayweather will be able to settle into, and who knows how McGregor will respond in such a long fight. Floyd's average fight time is like 10.5 rounds, where McGregor's is 5 minutes. That's under 2 rounds in boxing. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out. It's going to make a lot of money. And just be sure to tune in for the press conferences, because the real show will be the lead up to this one. That's all we got, I think, for this week here on Cage Minds. More Red Menace TV in just a moment.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of Proview Sports Network. Gecko's Bar and Tapas, a proud supporter of Proview Networks. It's been a fan favorite spot for food lovers and sports fans. With not one, but two great locations, including outdoor patio, an atmosphere you won't want to miss. Gecko's, off Academy and in Nob Hill. Terry Cosper Insurance Agency is a proud partner with Proview Networks and a proud supporter of New Mexico High School athletics. Terry's been a local farmer's agent for over 20 years for auto, home, life, and business insurance. Just like high school sports are important, so are teen drivers. For more information, call Terry or one of his licensed staff members at 898-5556. Quotes are available for you.
For 55 years, people have bought trucks from Tillery in Los Lunas. We have a great selection of vehicles, the quality service department, and some of the best deals in the state. But most importantly, we found people prefer to buy trucks from people who actually drive trucks.
Tillery is a proud supporter of Proview Sports Network.
Hoops New Mexico Basketball Courts is coming to Albuquerque soon. 10 full basketball courts and a whole lot more. For more information, contact Dan Serrano at hoopsnm@aybl.com.
Don't forget, every Proview Network sporting event is on sale at our DVD store. Go to www.proviewNetworks.com to buy your DVD today. Garden Sort's Team Sales is a proud supporter of Proview Sports Network.
Get into the game. Garden Schwartz Team Sales features fine products and apparel from Wilson, Schutt Sports, Speedline, and Russell Athletics. We offer custom embroidery and screen printing services for all of your school or club needs, from team uniforms to school letter jackets. Specializing in all sports and serving all communities, from big schools to small schools, from up north to down south, or all points in between. Garden Schwartz Team Sales. For great prices, friendly staff, and quality products, call Garden Schwartz Team Sales today at 1-800-880-7767. That's 1-800-880-7767. Since 1939, Garden Schwartz Team Sales is a proud supporter of New Mexico youth athletics.
Hey, good afternoon. Welcome back to Red Menace TV. If it's still afternoon and it's still...
Depends on when you're watching.
Yeah, I suppose there is that thing.
You have to remember, Leroy, through the magic of TV.
Yes.
This show airs several times. It could be night. It could be early morning.
Yes.
You could be just getting home from the club.
Yes.
You might just be waking up.
Let's not forget, it's also on YouTube as well.
Absolutely.
On the Proview channel, so you can catch that 24/7 anytime you want, along with all the other great shows that are here on Proview Networks there on the YouTube channel. Hey, real quick, we didn't talk about, and I know I don't want to steal all of Micah's thunder, not that we could steal any of his thunder, but the Conor McGregor fight. Who's the other guy he's playing? Floyd the Barber? Hello, Andy.
The greatest boxer of all time, Floyd Mayweather.
Oh, the greatest boxer of all time?
Yeah.
Golly, that's a heck of a...
Pound for whoa, Mike has just made a face. You don't think he's pound for pound the best boxer of all time?
Well, I mean, you got Mr. T, who was a awesome.
Mr. T?
Yeah, don't you remember Mr. T from Rocky Balboa?
Hold on, do you need to borrow my mic?
There was this dude called Muhammad Ali that was pretty darn good.
Muhammad Ali, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, the guy that kind of, makes everybody think who's the GOAT when you put that. Not really Floyd, run and hug Mayweather.
That's right,
oh yeah, I had a change in a costume.
Yeah, wardrobe change. Was Ali 49-0?
No, but wasn't Julio Cesar Chavez 130-0 before his first loss? It's quite a while for Mayweather to catch up to that.
Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. I'd have to see some proof of some of those fights if they actually took place.
Yeah, in Mexico, a lot more fights take place than they even mark down. That could be 200 if we were able to get all the footage.
Or it could be about 45.
It could be. You never know. We just know that actually Mayweather's probably closer to like 55-0 if they took all those, assault cases and actually checked them up as wins too.
Wow. Okay. And you know what?
Wow.
You can leave now because I got no response. You win.
Nice. I like. Yeah. You win. Golly. I thought that. Well, okay. Hey, at least you got the statement out.
You
there.
win, man. You win. You're good.
You got the statement out there. Floyd Merriweather. Did I pronounce his name?
No, you certainly did not. Mayweather,
Merriweather, Floyd the Barber from Andy Griffith, whatever. I don't know. Like I said, I don't think he's the greatest of all time. There's some guy that it's in his name, the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali. That's like his title.
Not actually in his name, but
it's a title. Well, his name was originally Cassius Clay.
But what wasn't there either.
Anyways, that fight's going on August, I believe. Is that correct?
I believe it's August 26th.
August 26th. Are we having a party at your house, or are we going somewhere else?
You could probably have a party at my house.
Are you going to Las Vegas?
I won't be there, though, yeah.
Are you going to Las Vegas for this?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Are you going to actually get into the fight, or?
Well, I'm not just going to Vegas to hang out. If I was going to do that, I'd do that, in a month when it's not 120 degrees out there.
So you got that kind of jack for the tickets, huh?
I didn't say that.
Oh, is your wife going?
No.
Well, then she can throw the party. We'll all go hang out. Sure. Some of the callers from the show, and we can all go hang out and just say, hey, we'll wave at Mike when he's rolling his eyes in the TV. Anyways, yeah, so that was exciting. I did hear your show. Your show was last week when it was announced. You had Mike on and a couple of other people, and you and Mr. Trujillo talked about it. So that's obviously big news.
Yeah.
We should probably, speaking of clowns and the greatest of all time, I don't know why I would call Rusty the greatest of all time.
I don't either.
I wouldn't even call him the greatest clown in Albuquerque. Well, maybe I would.
No, I wouldn't.
I mean, the guy that you brought forth,
my man Zippity,
he bailed on the clown off.
Well, look. Okay, so what's the prestige of being the best clown in Albuquerque?
I don't know. Is there prestige in being a clown?
Well, that's my point. And it was just an Albuquerque. Yeah, it wasn't an Albuquerque thing. What's the prestige of being the best clown in America?
Yeah, I know. I'm with you. That was the dude that Cesar Romero played the Joker. He was probably the best clown in all of America. The best clown in the whole world. The Joker.
No.
Yeah. The Joker rocks. You don't like the Joker?
Not really a clown.
Yeah, he's a clown. He's a diabolical killer clown.
He wasn't really a clown.
He wore makeup. He had the little thing with shoots the acid out of the flower.
Right, which I think disqualifies him from being a clown because he's not shooting water out of his flower. He's shooting acid.
I think he made a balloon animal too, or made a balloon gun that actually.
A sword.
Well, it was a balloon gun that actually shot.
It was a sword.
But it shot. The balloon gun actually fired bullets. That would make him the baddest of them all, and the best. Anyway, some guy that's not quite Joker material.
Oh, he's a Joker
level. Yeah,
hey, he's a Joker.
He's not at the Joker level yet, though. Rusty the Sports Clown.
Hey, it's me, Rusty the Sports Clown. This is my own show called Rusty the Sports Clown Show. I know people say, gosh, that is so original. Safety tip. This is huge and important. It's hot out there, so stay inside as much as you can. If you're going to go outside, stay hydrated. Jump in the pool, play in the sprinklers, throw water balloons. Just stay cool, all right? Okay, first thing coming up. Here we go. We are going to talk about the time. What is the time? The time says, time for sports break. Yay, sports break. Okay, check it out. National Hockey League. Hockey's done. I know. Pittsburgh Penguins, they won it all. They won the Stanley Cup. That's that big trophy thing. It's not a coffee cup. It's huge. Congratulations, Penguins. NBA, they're done too for a week or two, and then they start up again. Basketball is finished. Okay. Finals. Guess what happened? Remember what I told you 3 months ago? The Warriors, they're going to dominate the Cavaliers, just like I said, and that's what happened. So it wasn't even worth watching because I told you what was going to happen. NFL news, training camps, they're starting up. I'm getting all excited about it because, you know, we're just like 6 or 7 weeks now away from preseason starting. God, that's exciting. Cool, I'm ready for football. I'm ready for football. Indoor football, Gladiators, yeah. First game of the playoffs, they got beat, they're done. Here's what happened. In the first quarter, quarterback Donovan Portery, league-leading quarterback with, you know, touchdowns, passing yardage, all that stuff, dislocates his thumb. He was pretty much ineffective the rest of the game. That's why they lost. Sadness. Major League Baseball. Okay, you're not going to believe this. Okay, pay attention now. 4 Lobo players were drafted, taken. Okay, here's what happened. We had Luis Gonzalez. He was drafted in the 3rd round. Then we have Jack Zellner. He was drafted in the 4th round. Then we have 2 more, Tyler Stevens and Carl Stadjahar. They were drafted in the 18th round. Okay, how many of you guys remember that kid I kept telling you about all year long out of Carlsbad? Okay, amazing pitcher, name's Trevor Rogers. Guess what happened to him? He was picked not in the 13th round, but with the 13th overall pick. We're talking first round, pick number 1, number 2, number 3. He was number 13. He was picked by the Miami Marlins. Now that means, you know, he's going to be doing pretty well for a while. Good job. I hope you make it to the majors very, very soon. How many of you remember the Under-20 World Cup? That's where Venezuela beat the U.S. and it was all sadness and stuff. Well, yeah, Venezuela got theirs because England thumped them in the finals. Yeah, good job, England. Teach Venezuela to beat us. Yeah. Okay, moving on. U.S. soccer. This is the real World Cup. We're not talking under-20. We're talking big guys, you know, like my size and stuff, and older or younger. But they're over 20. That's all I know. All right, here's what happened. U.S. lost its first 2 games. It was pretty embarrassing, very sad. So that led to a coaching change. Well, the new coach, they got the team all fired up. They promptly went out. They won a game. Then they played Mexico. Okay, now they played in Mexico. Nobody beats Mexico in Mexico. Nobody even scores against Mexico in Mexico. Guess what we did? We tied them 1-1. Nobody does that, but we did. I know. So we are now currently in 3rd place in our bracket for the World Cup. Only the top 3 teams go, so keep it up, U.S. You've got a couple more games to go. Keep winning. Locally, how many of you guys go to the Albuquerque Soul FC games? Okay, they play at UNM Soccer Stadium. You got to go. So when I say just go, that's one of the things to just go to. All right, they just did this. Okay, they recorded their 2nd shutout in 2 straight games. Awesome. Okay, keep it up, guys. Remember me saying, you know, it's hot? Well, in the Soul game, guess what happened? The scoreboard, it got so hot, it overheated and it quit. Yeah, because it was hot. It should have stayed indoors, or maybe it should have jumped in the pool. I don't know, something. All right, Lobo news. How many of you keep up with Lobo stuff? All right, we have sadness, kind of. We have Jordan Hunter. He became the 5th Lobo basketball player to leave the program. The very next day, guess what happened then? We had another guy, Darren Johnson. He became Darren Jefferson. Damian. Wow, I'm having trouble reading. Who wrote this? Must have been me. Damian Jefferson, he became the 6th player to leave the Lobo program. Okay, according to the coach, Coach Ware, he said it was a mutual decision between coach and player to mutually leave. Okay, I think, you know, maybe it wouldn't have been a good fit. Maybe the guys weren't fast enough for how he wanted to play. I don't know. But he's got new players coming in. I think it's going to be good. All right, here's some great Lobo news. Sophomore Josh Kerr, how many of you remember him? A couple months ago, he won the indoor mile. Took 1st place in the NCAA indoors. I know, awesome. All right, guess what he just did now? In the NCAA outdoor track and field stuff, he won the 1500. The dude is awesome. All right, heard him on the radio. Guess what he's going to do now? All right, he's moving on. Next up is the World Competition. It's going to be in London in August. Good luck, Josh. I hope you take that one too. All right, last Friday, the Isotopes, for one night only, became the Albuquerque Green Chili Cheeseburgers. Yes, they did. They wore green uniforms and everything. Had a green hat that had a cheeseburger on it. It was very cool. And they played the Fresno Grizzlies, who, for one night only, became the Fresno Tacos. It was awesome. I know, it was fun. Everybody that went said they had a great time, except for the final score. The Tacos beat the Green Chili Cheeseburgers 13-12. But, I mean, gosh, that was a pretty exciting game, except for the score. Okay, everybody, if you want to see the rest of this awesome episode, stay tuned. Come back tomorrow night. Watch us. We're on right before the Steve Davis Show at 7 o'clock. It'll be great. Or you can follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Follow me to a Lobos game or anywhere outdoors, that has a pool or sprinklers or something, because I'm very famous. Follow me to a meet, an event, a match, or just playing in the sprinklers, because that's what I want to do right now. Just go. See you next time. Bye.
Yeah, Rusty.
You know what I've realized?
What have you realized?
As much as I dislike Rusty, I'm just not a clown fan. It's nothing personal, Rusty. As much as
you don't like
it's embarrassing that he's a part of the show.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather have him sitting there than you.
Really? Why is that?
I don't know. He doesn't wear a goofy hat.
Yeah. Yeah, he does wear a hat. And this hat's not goofy.
Not goofy. Not a goofy hat.
Good,
That's
dude.
goofy, man.
Hat. That's a sweet hat. Kangol brand.
Oh, yeah. Top notch.
Top notch. Sweet hat. Very slick. A lot of air comes in there. And it covers my hair when it's all messy and long.
Well, there's that.
So it's all good, Though I should show it off because never be bald. So that's a good thing. Just saying. Hey, that's Rusty. What can I say? Green chili cheeseburger. He even had green chili cheeseburgers in there.
You didn't go out the other night, did you?
No, I did not. I did not go out. How was that? I heard the stadium was filled.
That was a huge crowd. That was a lot of fun.
A lot of green chili hats and T-shirts. Mm-hmm. I still say Chicharrones is the best name for
the Chicharrones. Yeah, that's probably not going to happen.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying whatever the next arena team, soccer team, basketball league, whatever they come out here, they should probably go with the Chicharrones. Just because it's cool.
You should go ahead and trademark that now.
Yeah, I should. Yeah. I should. Yeah, because I know that everyone's clamoring for it. But more importantly, we know that there will probably be at least 2 or 3 more leagues coming in Albuquerque in the next couple of years. Anyway, we should probably take a quick break. We'll come back right after this and talk a little bit more about some of the news that's breaking, or not breaking, but it's going on.
It's broken.
It's broken. Speaking of broken,
proud supporter of Proview Sports Network.
Are you sure we're supposed to be doing this?
Don't worry, I've watched him do it 1,000 times. Come on, what's the worst that can happen?
No! Bad dog! Hi, welcome to Car Crafters. What happened?
Don't worry, we'll make it like it never happened.
Car Crafters, it's like it never happened.
Altitude Sports Grill is where Albuquerque's sports fans won't miss a game. With locally crafted brews on tap and refreshingly crisp cocktails. Located in Hotel Cascada, Albuquerque residents find a staycation worth staying for. Catching Lobo sports, enjoying a beer on the beach, or wiping out, Hotel Cascada is home to your urban adventure. Affordable guest rooms, no-hassle water park parties, and much more.
Hoops New Mexico Basketball Courts is coming to Albuquerque soon. 10 full basketball courts and a whole lot more. For more information, contact Dan Serrano at hoopsnm@aybl.com.
Don't forget, every Proview Network sporting event is on sale at our DVD store. Go to www.proviewNetworks.com to buy your DVD today. Garden Sort's Team Sales is a proud supporter of Proview Sports Network.
Get into the game. Garden Schwartz Team Sales features fine products and apparel from Wilson, Schutt Sports, Speedline, and Russell Athletics. We offer custom embroidery and screen printing services for all of your school or club needs, from team uniforms to school letter jackets. Specializing in all sports and serving all communities, from big schools to small schools, from up north to down south, or all points in between. Garden Schwartz Team Sales. For great prices, friendly staff, and quality products, call Garden Schwartz Team Sales today at 1-800-880-7767. That's 1-800-880-7767. Since 1939, Garden Schwartz Team Sales is a proud supporter of New Mexico youth athletics.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, hashtag life change will occur.
The Barley Room, a proud sponsor of Proview Networks for over 9 years, is pleased to introduce Black Iron Catering. From weddings and family reunions to birthdays and office parties, Black Iron Catering is perfect for any event. Contact Jamie at 505-459-8259 and book your event today. Black Iron Catering. Let us bring our kitchen to you.
Hey, welcome back to Red Menace TV. Michael, finally, let's talk a little bit about the pit. We kind of teased it a little bit early on. They're dropping the prices everywhere, I think, in both Dreamstyle Arena and Dreamstyle Stadium. We had heard already about the change in prices at Dreamstyle Stadium, and tickets have kind of moved up a little bit, and which they should have. Dreamstyle Arena, which before it was formerly known as, I guess we should call it as Wise Pies, a lot of mess.
The pit.
Well, it was that. Well, I guess it was officially the pit then too, but there was a lot of mess that was left.
Why do you make simple things so complicated?
Because I like complication, just to make people smile. See, look, you're smiling, right? Do you not have a smirk on your face?
That's so I won't roll my eyes.
We're gonna have to get like video of you rolling your eyes for the open or something.
I could do that.
Yeah, you could probably do that.
Sure.
But then it'll be staged, so it wouldn't be as cool as if you just kind of just did it.
You know, with minimal effort, I'm certain that Alden could very easily pull video of me rolling my eyes.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah.
Not that you've never rolled them at me before.
No.
Seriously, though, there was a lot of mess. We talked about this prior to Craig Neal being let go, which, ironically, players that were leaving have left, and the new coach and everything else, and everything that. Well, I mean, look, Paul Krebs did say after this disastrous third season or fourth or whatever it was of Craig that he was going to retain him. Whether that was, and he never gave us a straight answer whether that was his decision or if that came from higher up. I still think it came from higher up at first, but they have to lower ticket prices because people stopped going to the pit. They haven't had a sellout in 2 years, or is it 1 year? 2015. 2 years. 2 years was the last sellout. You yourself commented last year and even previously that there's games that it's been kind of empty.
There have been games with better crowds than others, sure.
Yeah. That's a nice way to put it. Very politically correct of you.
Thank you.
Very uplifting. Games when there should have been more fans.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm about to go full bore in a minute, but
okay. No. So they dropped the percentages like 10 to 18. I think it's like almost 8 to 10,000 drop for the suite prices. And at first, people, the way that they wrote it on Go Lobos, it made it sound like it was those chair backs up there that were there. But no, in today's Albuquerque Journal, Jeff Grammer reports that it is actually the boxes themselves that are going to be dropped, and then they're adding Lobo Eats, which is Lobo Bites, sorry, which is a restaurant type deal or fancy food. Okay, go off.
Well, no, it's not going off. It's look, that's all great and good. That, and I know that they were lowering some of the bowl tickets as well, but they're making a big deal out of lowering the suites. The suites are still going to cost you $40,000. You got 40 grand for a suite?
No, I don't.
I don't either. Although, if I'd known you don't actually have to pay for them when you buy them, hell, I'd get two.
Yeah,
that's the other thing. So, are they lowering the prices so maybe people can pay for the ones they've already bought?
Yeah, that's kind of interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll go. I think I went on record then, and I'll stick with that. I never liked the idea of putting the suites up there. I thought that was a bad move. I thought they should have maybe improved lower level seating, low level, what they had before. Maybe just seeing if they could improve something there, or maybe drop the suites down between the mezzanine and the lower bowl, and just kind of close it off, where you could just have people walk down the entry. I don't necessarily like the way they set it up, and obviously people aren't paying for it, whether it's the cost or whether it's where it's at. I don't know if people enjoy that sort of setting.
Yeah, no, the suites in and of themselves weren't a bad idea. That's the way colleges make money. No, pro teams make money. They just probably greatly overestimated the money that the people here in New Mexico had and or were willing to spend.
Right. Well, I think the article quoted 28 out of 40 boxes were sold.
Yeah, and my assumption is that includes the boxes that Learfield gets, the suites that UNM gets, the suites that Wise Pies got last year, or suite that they got last year, and I'm sure Dreamstyle gets one or two.
Yeah, I would
this
assume.
Year.
You don't give $10 million and get nothing.
And again, and as referenced in the journal this week, you had the story from Daniel Libet at NewMexicoFishbowl.com where in late April, Krebs was contacting Lobo Club people, telling them to send out collection letters because people weren't paying for the ones they had bought.
Do they have people call up? Hi, this is Acme Collection Service. We understand you haven't paid for your suite. You owe us about $5,000. Would you like to give me the credit card number now, or
Leroy,
cut a check?
You know me. I'm not one to pile on, right?
Right.
How much money did they spend hiring a third-party collection service to try to get the money that they should have already gotten?
Well, yeah, I mean, here's what I don't get. If you buy season tickets, you don't make like, I'll buy now, give me the tickets and I'll pay you as you don't buy on time.
If you did, they'd have a lot more season tickets sold. They have a lot more.
They may not have season tickets sold. They might have given.
Yeah. They would have had a lot more season tickets used.
Yeah, I was going to say there may be more butts in the seats, but we don't know if they're paid for. That is an interesting story. I didn't understand that. I could have gotten suites.
Yeah.
I mean, I could have gotten suites on that deal. That's a good deal. Interesting.
I mean, who's in charge of suite sales? Wimpy from Popeye? I will gladly pay you on Tuesday for a suite today.
Nice, very cool. I like the reference. Very nice. Speaking of spending money, I see that they did hire a search firm to try to find the athletic director. $50,000. I said it a few weeks ago. I'll say it again. You could save that money. Just hire Rocky Long. Get it over with. The guy loves New Mexico. He wants to be here. I think he could rally kind of the fans and the boosters that are kind of flailing right now, or he could probably collect the money at least collect the money.
He could make some phone calls. Hey, could you cut that check for those suites?
Hey, this is Rocky Long. Could you cut some? And then he would probably make his own money right there, right? I mean, his own what do you call it? His own paycheck. He's like, look, I need y'all to cut some checks. I need to get paid.
He could come in and make a deal. Look, I'll get this money back, but you guys pay me like 30% of what I collect back, and that'll just be my pay.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't call. He'll go knock on the door. Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Who you know Rocky? He's pretty bulky, man. I mean, that dude, he works out still. Hey, I need to come pick up that money.
Here for that money you owe.
Yeah, it's funny. I don't know. It's hilarious. So $50,000 for that. They're not paying for the luxury suites. Wimpy is in charge. They're lowering the ticket prices. A lot of people transferring. But I have to say I'm pretty excited for Lobo basketball this season.
Obviously, things are on the up and up.
Well,
what's not to be excited about?
They're on the upslide.
You must be calling today to confirm your suite for next year.
Well, if I can pay on time, I'm all about it. It'll only take me about 20 years. I might die before I pay it off, but that's okay.
I'll cut you guys that check as soon as the season's over.
They can get it out of my life insurance policy. Here we go. Now, I wonder if there's like a VIG on that. You know what I mean? Do they have to pay if you're paying on time? It's like layaway. Right?
I don't know.
Do you remember layaway when you were a kid? Did your parents use layaway? Have you ever used layaway? It's like, I'll buy this, but we could just pay.
But you don't actually get to get it until
you have to pay for it first. It's not like, I'll go to all the games. It's like, oh, well, sorry, I'm defaulting on the layaway.
Does the bank repossess it like a house when you don't make the house payments, and then it goes up for auction?
Suite on wheels or something? Very nice.
You buy it and renovate it. You can flip that suite.
Flip. It'd be a TV show.
Yeah.
We could do that show right here on Proview. You're onto something, dude.
Sweet flippers.
Sweet flippers. I'll tell you what, we got to flip out of here because time's up. Hey, for Michael Carlisle, Michael Franco, I'm Leroy Lucero. We'll see you next week on Sweet Flippers. Peace. God bless you.